Hey guys, Dave Gaynor here with Walking Raw, down here getting ready to do a little dance in the Tri-Best kitchen. And I've got my uncle Lou Corona here who's been leading the way. He's 62 years young and just really excited to be here today. A lot of you guys have been asking a lot of questions, wanting to know, hey, what is it that Lou does? Why is he 62 years and looking the way that he looks like? And today we're going to talk about one really small factor, and that's the enzymes that have accelerated and continue to help accelerate Lou's youth and energy and abundance and everything that he's got going on here. And so what we like to do and what Lou likes to do, and some of you may have seen this demonstration before, others maybe not, is show you guys an example on the outside, something that we can visually see of what this enzyme does on the inside of our bodies. And so, Lou, we're gonna be talking about Liyfzyme today and the oatmeal demonstration that you like to bring to the table.
You know, when you said it was a small little factor, you know, you're right. The enzymes are very, very small. They're very tiny, but the outcome, they're very powerful in what they do, right? So when I saw this demonstration many years ago, my gosh, next to the 4 principles that I had learned and overcame all the diseases that I had suffered with, 41 years ago, just a few years later, I saw somebody with cancer, skin and bones, dying, and they gave him up to die. And when they incorporated these powerful medical grade enzymes, along with fresh juices, along with, the 4 principles, just within 5 to 6 months, the cancer was all gone. And I was so impressed by that.
Wow.
That I got the books and I read and I studied inadvertently, studied and devoured the knowledge of enzymes and enzyme therapy. And then I worked with experts in the field. And then I became an expert. And then I've been working with people, seeing all kinds of things disappear. So this demonstration is the demonstration I saw right from the beginning before I got the books and really studied it. So I want to show it to you. It's very powerful. This is just oatmeal cereal. It's cooked oatmeal cereal. People eat it for breakfast every day, for many years. And so it was just cooked oatmeal cereal is all it is, just plain oatmeal cereal.
And
so
this is something people are giving their kids this. This
Yeah.
oatmeal is not something that we're unfamiliar with
Right.
as people that have to consume to live life here. It's on the tables of kids and pretty much oatmeal is probably in every household out there, I would say.
Most people eat oatmeal cereal for breakfast. It's a common cereal that people eat.
Right.
What they say is it's natural, and it is. It's natural. But what they don't realize, it's dead. And I discovered something very, very powerful many years ago, 41 years ago, when I learned to live on raw, living, cultured foods, enzyme-rich foods. It changed my whole life. Within 6 months, the big tumor went away, and everything else disappeared, asthma and arthritis and things, and the constipation problems and things. But then when I learned about enzymes and learned about that organic foods in North America are running 30 to 80% enzyme and mineral deficiencies. So when I incorporated enzymes along with live foods, it took my whole level of health to another level.
Well, I love saying that because we know that what people have done with the soil has caused it to be more deficient. But we talk about this all the time. Let's just say, even if the soil was 100% full of enzymes today, 100% full of minerals today, and it wasn't deficient, okay? We're getting 100% of the nutrients out of the soil today. We would still want to take this enzyme here because it accelerates the process. It brings more to the game. It's just like building a house, and we talked about this before, okay? You can build a house by yourself and take 6 months to do it. Or you can bring 50 to 100 workers and build that same house in a week. And that's what we're talking about with this enzyme, is bringing more to the game. Yes, whole foods, raw foods do that, and they nail it. And the soil is deficient. And we're behind on our enzyme value already.
There's
right?
another thing though, but they pick the food early before it's ripened, before it matures, before it has all the enzymes and minerals.
So it's even less deficient in enzymes.
That's right. Even if it's grown on rich soil,
right.
Because they pick it early and it doesn't have a chance to mature properly. The best scenario is get your land, build it good soil and enrich it and put the compost in it and rotate your crops and do it properly, right?
Absolutely.
But that's not happening today. And then on top of that, by the time they travel and then store it here and store it there, and by the time you get it on your table, it's lost a lot of its enzyme potential. It's just a true story. Anyway, point being is, if you're going to take something outside of the four principles that you can learn later, you can go to Puradyme.com or lewcorona.com and learn about the four principles. They're life-changing, they're powerful. But if you're going to take something outside of that to enhance the, I guess you might say, the ability to digest better and assimilate better, metabolize better, eliminate better, then you definitely want to consider Liyfzyme. These are very, very powerful enzymes. They're medical grade enzymes. There's 16 different kinds of enzymes in it. They're highly active. They're the most highest active enzymes I've ever seen. And they're also for the best, most affordable price ever in history.
Well, I'd like to think they would be the highest grade beings that you have control over that now, Lou. So
well,
that kind of makes a little bit of a difference.
It's a 40-year dream. It was a dream of mine to be able to finally, once and for all, create something that was the most superior, highest activity, broad spectrum enzymes ever in history, and also make it for the most affordable, best possible price ever in history. And it finally happened. Puradyme was born as a company, and I'm so grateful to have had that happen. And the only reason I'm very grateful as well is that being the guardian of it is I can protect the integrity and the quality of what it has and what it will stay as long as I'm on this planet. So I'm honored to be a part of it. But anyway, Liyfzyme is Liyf. It means life in your food. It's not only, how is it?
Oh, I love that. I love that motto. Yeah, it's not only the food in your life, but it's the life in your food. And that brings us to the oatmeal demonstration, I think. And I love looking at this and the stickiness of it every time. Because when we eat something like this and it gums up in our body has to expend all this energy on breaking it down. And so our pancreas has to overproduce digestive enzymes. Our proton pumps in our body have to increase the stomach acids because we're consuming it without any enzyme value to it. And so now our acid levels in our stomach are increasing and we're getting heartburn and indigestion. And then it's going into our GI tract where our pancreas has now overproduced digestive enzymes because it's coming in there without any.
It's overworking. The pancreas is overworking.
Yeah, and so
and it gets tired. That's why we have 30 million diabetics in our country today.
I mean, I love it. And so what you're saying and what you've been teaching is to put the life back into the food that we eat,
right?
So that our body's not spending as much time exhausting itself trying to break this down.
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
So if you want to make up the difference, if you're going to still eat cooked cereals or cooked food of any kind, then you want to take some powerful enzymes to help you put the enzymes back, so you can digest better and assimilate better, metabolize better, eliminate better, run more efficient.
Let's do this.
Now, if you want to do it the way that I do it, I take like sproutable whole oats, the actual grain itself, and I soak it in water for 20 hours. I let them sit for a few hours and let them germinate. And then I blend it up into a cereal and make that as a cereal. That's the more appropriate way to eat.
Okay, so just soaking the oats just the same way you would soak your nuts and seeds and stuff like that.
Right, but you need to use the whole seed itself.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Gotcha. How many are we going with? Oh, you already got one.
Yeah,
right.
So I'm just going to drop one of those enzymes in here, and then mix the enzymes and the oatmeal together.
Okay.
As the enzymes get mixed in, these are just plant enzymes, but they're full spectrum and they're highly active enzymes. They're very powerful enzymes. So as they're mixing into the oatmeal, that little bit of moisture that's still left in the oatmeal is enough to activate these enzymes. So you can actually see the power of these enzymes going to work.
Wow.
These plant enzymes, their purpose is to help break down the proteins into amino acids, the fats into fatty acids, and the carbohydrates into glucose. They even break down the fiber. Those enzymes actually do all that. But more importantly, what you want to get out of this conversation is that when you can learn to pre-digest your food in your stomach like you're supposed to, then when it goes into the small intestinal tract, now it's ready to absorb. So these little villi inside the small intestinal tract that's over 20 feet long, every section of that tube feeds every section of the body.
And now you're talking about pancreatic relief, basically. We're relieving our pancreas so that instead of having to produce more digestive, because now we've put it back in the food, it can go back to producing those blood cleansing enzymes and the stuff that keeps our body.
You're talking about metabolic enzymes.
The metabolic enzymes,
exactly.
Right.
So now, when you can pre-digest your food, now you can absorb it and metabolize it, and you're going to now be able to build muscle, hair, skin, bones. You're going to be able to make more metabolic enzymes and maintain it. See, the metabolic enzymes are the ones that allow you to take care of the wear and tear of your cells. That's why you can stay healthy and well and radiant and strong and vibrant. And when you do this and absorb again. You can build good muscle, hair, skin, and bones, make metabolic enzymes and hormones, and stay in integrity. They call it cellular integrity. And if you have cellular integrity going on, you have energy, you have vitality, you have power. You never get sick. You feel great, and you have this feeling that goes over you, like, if it gets any better, I don't know if I can stand it. It's like that.
Okay.
And you know, I tell people all the time, I'm so busy, right, with my schedule, I barely get 20 minutes in. I get 20 minutes a day of cellular exercise. That's one of the principles. I do rebounding, 20 minutes of yoga, breath work, and things like that. But just doing 20 minutes a day, the core energy that you get from living this way and maybe incorporating the enzymes. Later, we want to talk to you about probiotics and the power of probiotics and how you can culture your food with it. We'll do another segment on that.
That's another great, that's a great one. This, every time we do this it never gets old, and so, like we said, it's not only the food that's in your life, but it's the life that's in your food, and don't have your body expend unnecessary energy trying to do something that it's supposed to be already done by the enzymes and everything that are already in the food.
Now keep in mind, we just showed you how powerful these enzymes are and how they break down proteins, carbs, and fats into into micronutrients, amino acids, fatty acids, and glucose. But that, when it goes into your intestinal tract, now you can absorb it, you can utilize it, metabolize it. Every section of that tube, remember, over 20 feet long, it absorbs into your system, feeding every section of your body, right? So by the time it goes into the colon, the large intestinal tract, that's where, by that time, it's been absorbing, right? Now you have the waste going into the colon, and then it comes out of the body. Then you have an elimination. This elimination now is a soft, easy, formed elimination. When you go to the bathroom, number 2, when you go to the bathroom, you have a soft, easy, formed elimination. When it releases from your body, you have a faint odor, if any. You run clean and you run efficient. But here's what's happening with most people. When they eat cooked food and they don't take powerful enzymes to help compensate, you see, we were never designed to eat cooked food in the first place. But if you eat cooked food and don't take enzymes, what happens? It goes into your system. Your body has to use more of its own enzymes within your body. Your pancreas has to overwork, has to excrete extra enzymes to help digest this cooked food more than you remanufacture, so you become enzyme depleted. Then when you become enzyme depleted, then you're not able to continue to digest all your proteins, carbs, and fats.
And I like how, and I think we close up with this, like on the back of Lou's Liyfzyme bag, it says that every chemical knows this too. Every single chemical reaction in our body, moving our fingertips, blinking our eyes, the dreams we have, the breaths we take, everything. That's how our body communicates is through enzymes. And so when we're talking about something that depletes that, we're talking about a lot there. I mean,
that's why we lose our memory. That's why the skin begins to wrinkle. That's why we're not able to hear as well, remember as well, dream as well, or reason as well. Our muscle, we start getting stiff. Look at when somebody who's 5'9", 160, and has this kind of energy and this kind of core strength and can do things like this on the cuff.
Wow. That's amazing. 62. Well, and I think that's where we're going to close out today, is with that on Liyfzyme, remembering that it is the food that's in your life that's important. We have to eat in order to survive, but it's the life that's in your food. Don't take away from what your body needs to do for itself. Continue bringing the enzymes into the game. Continue bringing the enzymes into the picture. Continue feeding your body life by feeding your body live foods.
Would you do me one favor?
What's that?
Would you ask me first, before we leave, what's the most important thing in this life?
Lou, I got a question to ask you before we leave. What's the most important thing in this life?
Well, for me, I would say when I surrendered myself to the one who made us, and I asked for help, and I asked for the knowledge and the wisdom of when I needed to get well and stay well, it showed up. It was given to me. And when I followed these 4 principles, and when I incorporated enzymes and probiotics and learning how to culture my foods, and just live a simple, natural life, my life came back. And it's been well ever since.
Capsizing on that. We've been created to function properly. We've been created to be healthy. And we can be healthy by eating the things that were created for us in their natural forms.
So love every moment. Be grateful for this life. Appreciate this life that we've been given. And think powerfully. Love every moment. And take living foods into your body at your best. Drink the fresh juices. Get a Green Star Elite juicer and run your plants through it and drink every day, 2 quarts every day.
We got to do a video on the Green Star, man, because that thing needs to be on the table of every home out there. But let's close up this video because it's getting long. We're gonna say goodbye. Walking Raw. Love you guys.